So what is going on, everyone? This is Father here, and today we're going to take a look at iOS 7 running on my iPad 3. Now keep in mind this is beta 2, so it's still only meant for developers, and it is going to be a little bit unstable and it's going to have some bugs. But again, it's a beta and it's still not supposed to be used by normal users. So first of all, I'd like to take a look at the control center. As you can see, if you pretty much swipe from the bottom of the screen, you are going to be presented with Control Center. It does have the translucent sort of background, and you can see some of the toggles we have right here. We have the Wi-Fi, airplane mode, we also have the Bluetooth, we also have the Do Not Disturb and the rotation lock. Down there we have AirPlay, and we also should have AirDrop on the iPad 4 and on the iPad mini. Over here we have the like the brightness control, over here the music and the volume control, and over here we can open the clock and the camera app. Now going over, I would like to show you guys the notification center, and looking at it, we are presented with the three pretty much tabs, with the mist and with the Today tab. And Today tab is kind of like Google Now. On the iPhone is even more better, or even better actually, because it shows you the weather and the stocks and even driving information for your most pretty much visited location. On the iPad you only get the calendar and the Tomorrow tab, which is kind of disappointing, and you get the weather. I'm sorry, I forgot about the weather. Now, one of the things I haven't seen in a lot of iPad videos showing iOS 7 is the multitasking tab, or the multitasking menu. And as on the iPhone, it is smooth and it works really nice. Again, if you want to just close an app, you just swipe up and it goes from the multitasking bar. If you want to go back to your screen, you just tap on the screen. It's super fluid, it's super intuitive, and I do like it. Now I do also want to show you guys Siri, because it is completely different than iOS 7. It does have some new features, such as looking up things on Wikipedia, on Google Images, and even on Twitter. So you also do get two new voices, a male and a female voice that Apple claimed to be HD. So let's try Siri out. Show me images of Angelina Jolie.
Okay, I found this on the web.
As you can see, some images of Angelina Jolie. Who is Barack Obama?
Okay, I found this.
I think this is off of Wikipedia as far as I can tell, and it does show you things off of the internet too, so let's try that out. Search the internet for Google.
My web search turned this off.
As you can see, it doesn't direct you over to Safari anymore. It shows you directly in the Siri interface, which is pretty nice. And other than that, I also want to show you guys the Spotlight search, because it's not in the same place anymore. As you can see, you don't do this anymore in order to get the Spotlight. Instead, you just do this, and it shows you the Spotlight thingy, but it kind of lags right now. It should be fixed until fall, when this will be released. Now, you might not be familiar with this, but in iOS 7, even on the iPhone, you can actually access the control center and the notification center even from the lock screen, which is a pretty nifty thing. And if you don't want that for security reasons, you can obviously disable it. And there, as you can see in the background, is the animated wallpaper. And over here, we do have the parallax effect. Now, I'm not going to, you know, swift or move around the iPad, because it's going to mess up my focus. But it does work, and it's pretty nice. But now going over to some of the other things, I want to show you guys the folders, because now we have multiple pages of folders, or multiple pages of apps in folders, and you can scroll through them, and it does have the transparent look, which is pretty nice. I do like the iOS 7 design overall. A lot of people tend to hate it, but for me it's kind of nice, and I do like it. There are some things that I would change. For example, the Safari icon, and I'm looking at Choose Safari icon. It's not really the best one, it's not the best looking one, but it's an okay one. It's not anything really bad, and iOS 7 in general is quite on my liking. And so going over to Safari, something that I want to show you guys is you know, the way you can actually go back to pages now, which is something you weren't able to do in iOS 6, I believe. You are able to do this in on iOS, not on iOS, on OS 10 in Safari, but you were not able to do this on the iPad or on the iPhone. And this is available in iOS 7 on all devices, so it's a pretty nifty little thing. Now going over to the next thing, I want to show you guys iTunes Radio, or yeah, I think it's called iTunes Radio, and let me find my music app. It should be around here somewhere, although I'm not really sure where I've put it. Over here. So let's go over to music, and we should see some of the stations. Again, over here you have the trending on Twitter, Best of iTunes Festival, and you can add yours based on you know, specific songs or specific artists, genres, whatever you want. And it's a really nice thing. I've been using it for the last week or so on my iPod, and it really works nice. It's not laggy, it really works. And the ads don't really bother me. You know, a lot of people have been asking this. The ads are not really all that intrusive, and you know, they don't really ruin the experience. But other than this, I also want to show you guys you know, some of the normal apps that you get. For example, Game Center is one of the most revamped apps, as you can probably tell in a second right here, because it looks completely different, and you have this sort of bubbly sort of design, and I do like it. It's a pretty nice touch, and it should jump over to games right now. But again, it's a beta, and you can expect some bugs. I wouldn't really recommend you guys to install this. I will use this as my daily driver, but I don't really, you know, I don't really care if there are any bugs. I can work with it, and it's okay with me. But now I also want to show you guys the settings app. You do have some new features in here, like the background app refresh, which you can pretty much set the apps you want iOS 7 to use in the background. Something nifty. Then we also have the cellular data, and over here is a nice setting that I actually like. So let me find it. You do have the current period usage, which is pretty nice because you can actually see how much data you've used this current period of using data. So there are some features that haven't been previously available in iOS 7 that really do stand out right now, and people really love that. So other than that, I also want to show you guys the camera app. It's a little bit different than the iPhone one. You do have the square feature, or the square sort of frame. You do have the normal photo and the normal video. Now on the iPad 4 and on the iPhone 5 you should have the panorama mode. I know I have it on my iPod, but on the iPad 3 it doesn't seem to be available. Now going over to the App Store, let's just jump in the App Store. Again, pretty much the same. You do have the top games right here, and the bottom bar seems to be a little bit changed, although not too much. And you do have the same sort of grid kind of navigation system. But other than that, you can see that the OS is overall super smooth. I don't really, or I haven't really encountered any sort of bugs that would make it unusable. It's a really nice operating system, and I do enjoy what Apple has done with this and the changes that they've pretty much, you know, the changes that they have adopted to make iOS better now. But anyways guys, if you like this video, make sure to share with your friends on Facebook or on Twitter, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to like and favorite this video. Peace out guys, peace, have an awesome day or night, because it's super late right now when I'm doing this video. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning, but peace out guys, peace, have an awesome day, peace.